Hi everyone, good morning. In
Good morning,
today's
sir.
good morning. Okay, in today's class we are going to discuss about lab number 40, keyword driven framework. But this is the framework, it is outdated, nobody is using, but still some companies they are following. Very less companies, 10 to 15 companies, 15% of the companies they are following keyword driven. So this is so in the earlier beginning of Selenium, all most of the companies they followed this framework approach to automate the test cases. Okay, so now let's see about keyword driven framework. So in keyword driven framework, we will write set of application related methods, everything in a actions.java file. Okay, I have written open browser, navigate method, input username, input password. One second, sorry, I have to tell another lab. One second. Okay, so here my action class contains open Chrome browser method, open Orange HRM, login method, add nationality method, close browser, and add skills method. So whatever application related methods, all the methods I have written in my actions.java. All the application entire related methods I have written in my actions.java. Coming back to TC01 nationality.xls. So this is my main test case. So in the main test case, I have written only 2 steps. Okay. So whenever I will execute this test case TC01 nationality, okay. So which of the action methods it will be triggered? So that is I am defining in my TC01 nationality.10.xls sheet. Okay, let me copy this Excel sheet. Let me show you that Excel sheet. C drive HTML report, Orange HRM6, TC01 nationality 10. So this Excel sheet contains a set of keywords like open Chrome browser, open Orange HRM, login method, add nationality method, and close browser. So these are nothing but whatever method names are there. So whatever method names are there, open Chrome browser method, open Orange HRM method. So I'm keeping all my method names in this Excel. So in this Excel, what I specified, so whatever methods needs to be executed as part of this test case, I kept it those method names. So we can call it as a keyword. Okay. So whenever you will execute this test case, TC01 nationality.xls, so those methods will be executed. Okay. So let me run my TC01 nationality.xls sheet. So what are the methods executed? Okay, let me show you in the console. Open Chrome browser executed, and open Orange HRM, login method, add nationality, and close browser. These are the keywords executed from actions.java. Okay, so the set of keywords we will write in the Excel sheet, and those will be executed from the actions.java. So if you'll go to the open Chrome browser method, okay, if you'll go to the open Chrome browser method, so here we have written driver is equal to this one. Okay, and after that your driver is activated in the current class, and after that open Orange HRM method it is executed, login method it is executed, add nationality method Mexican 791 record has been created, and close browser has been executed. Okay, fine. The set of keywords has been executed. Okay, so here I want to tell you important point. This is driver script dot java. This is tc01 underscore add nationality. Okay, and this is actions dot java. And this is your Excel sheet. One second. So this TC01 add nationality, which method, which keyword it has to execute? The first keyword is open Chrome browser method. Okay, so it is fetching from this Excel sheet, and that information it is giving to driver script. Okay, and driver script, what it is doing, it is invoking my open Chrome browser method in the actions.java. Like that, my keyword driven framework it is executed. So once it is completed, okay, so in my Excel sheet, so first open Chrome browser method has been completed. Next, open orange hrm method is there. Open orange hrm method, second method is there. So the open orange hrm method, it is it has to execute. So it will go to here, and again my driver script dot java, what it will execute the second method in the actions dot java. Okay, so like that, what is the driver script program, what it is doing, which method has to execute, it is managing. Okay, so that means I have created an object for driver script dot java. So driver script is the main heart of keyword driven framework. Okay, so whenever you are triggering tc01 nationality dot xls, this testng class, what are the keywords has to execute, that such code has been implemented into this one. So, suppose in my Excel sheet, if I will specify some more other methods, it will be executed some more other test cases functionality. Suppose if I will go to tc01 skills, so here tc0, one second, tc01 underscore skills 13.xls, where is my, so this one. So here it contains open Chrome browser, login method, add skills, and close browser. So some other related test cases. So that means your driver script is executing set of keywords from the Excel. So that means I have created an object for a driver script is equal to ds is equal to something, and main test is equal to, I am passing this Excel sheet path and sheet name. So in this main sheet, what it contains? It contains all the keywords what needs to be executed. Okay, so this method generally it will be written by who is having 10 years of experience people. This is mainly means this code is mainly, it will be developed based on the core java. Okay, to write designing of these frameworks, it at least you have to be expertise, minimum 3 to 4 years experience is required. Generally these framework related programs will be written by who is having at least 10 years of experience, at least minimum 7 to 8 years. Okay, so what this is doing, so it is getting the Excel file path and sheet name from the day in, and it is getting the all the rows information, and get cell data. So Excel file path, sheet name, and row two. So 1 comma 1, 2 comma 1, 3 comma 1, 4 comma 1, 5 comma 1. So it is getting each and every method name, and it is, so whatever this method name is, the execute actions this method is calling here inside the for loop, and that execute actions, whenever this calling, corresponding method is executing from actions.java. Okay, so here I'm not going to explain about driver script program. Okay, so in background what the code has been written is, okay, whatever test methods that you want to trigger. Okay, so generally, so this is a driver script program will be written only one time in the framework. So whatever test engine methods that you want to execute, just you need to, suppose if I want to develop another test case, just I need to create the object and I need to specify this one, so that all my set of keywords will be executed. Okay, let me run my tc01 underscore skills 13. See, the set of keywords was executed by which class? Driver script. Okay, so here, so whenever somebody is asking, did you work on keyword driven framework? Yeah, no, you can tell, yeah, I don't have experience, but I know the concept how it will be executed. So the set of keywords, it will be defined in the Excel sheet, and what are the keywords needs to be executed, it will be defined in that Excel sheet, and the driver script program will execute all the set of those keywords from the actions.java. So like that, the keyword driven framework will be implemented. So that is the explanation you have to give. Okay, so that's it on the background about keyword driven framework, but only 5% of companies only they are following this keyword driven framework approach. Nowadays, everybody, all companies, they are following page object model and TestNG approach or BDD Cucumber framework approach. Okay, keyword driven framework approach is earlier beginning of Selenium people has been used, but nowadays nobody is using. Only 5% of the companies only they are using. Okay, now let me go back to the another topic. So we completed keyword driven. So did we discuss about date time picker? Okay, fine. So I'm going to leave and leave list the application. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to leave, and after that I'm going to leave list. Where is this leave list? So here I want to select this calendar. As of now, we have seen how to click a button, login buttons or images and such things we understood. But so far we never handled a date time picker. How to handle a date time picker. Okay, let's see. So after clicking on this image link, so sometimes if this image link is not working by driver.findElement by id.click, what is the approach we have to follow? JavaScript executor. Okay, is there any other chance that I can use other apart from JavaScript executor? I can also use actions class. Actions dot move to element dot click dot build dot perform. Okay, so let's go to here. Anyway, here directly it is working, so I have written direct one. Okay, right. So after clicking on this link, what is the drop downs? This is one drop down and this is one drop down. So to write a drop down, we need to write 2 lines of code that we already know. So this drop down I have written and this drop down we have written. So select list of, okay, let's go to the drop down point. So right click and click on inspect. So first one is class name is equal to UI date picker month. Okay. And class name. And here UI date picker year. So that is has been given. So let's go back to here. So if it is class locator, we can use locator name as class name. So I have created a UI date picker month and I have created a, for the select class, I have created an object listbox dot select by visible text, whatever the value it is visible, I'm giving that one. And month and date I have selected directly. Okay. So after that, so month and date has been selected. After that, I want to click on particular one. So either this one or, so I have to select particular date here. Okay. So let's go and inspect any of the web element. So here it has been given as 15. Okay. So on the calendar pick list, I want to know the XPath. So we can write this shortcut we already discussed in the advanced XPath. Text of is equal to 15. So this is the XPath. I have converted into some expression format like this. So here Control F. Control V. So see here, the 15 was selected. So if you are selecting 15, it will be selected, and it will be selected the text path or 25, whatever it is, 25 or 26 or whatever it is. Okay. So I can get the text path, and the 25th will be selected. That means March 25th, 2019 will be selected. Okay. So like this, in 3 steps, we can able to select the text path. And after that, okay, I'm writing actions class action dot date dot click dot build dot perform. So might be I have written driver dot find date to dot click. I can write directly also. Date to dot click. I can write like this also. Okay, because this is an web element object. Date to dot click. So in case if it is not working, I can create actions class, and actions dot date dot click dot build dot perform I can write. Okay. So first I will try this one and we will see. So here March 23, 2019. Okay, March 25. What it has been selected? Okay, let me run again. So March 25th is selected. Okay. So like that, we can able to select the, suppose if we want to, you can declare it integer I is equal to 10, and you can pass this I value here, so that that particular value we can pass it here, and we can select the required date like that. Okay. So that's it on the how to handle a date time picker. Okay. Right. So we completed 39. And broken links, did we discussed about broken links? No. So first of all, we have to know what is mean by broken link. So if a link it is not working, so actually this is an interview question. Okay, not specifically to identify a particular lab or anything. So this is the interview question people are asking in the interviews. I want to know which of the hyperlink it is not working. Suppose if I will click on this one, it is navigating to some other page and it is downloading. That means this hyperlink is working fine. But if I will click on Selenium Sudhakar on this link, what is happening is navigated and nothing is happened. File not found, it is showing. Okay. 404 file not found exception. That means this hyperlink is not working. Suppose if I will click some other thing, it's navigated some other web page and something is downloading. So that means this hyperlink is working fine. Okay. So if you see any of the web applications, sometimes if the link is not navigating to some destination location, what will happen? File not found exception, something like that. The error it will be thrown, and you will get an exception. So we can ensure that whatever hyperlink it is not working, that hyperlink will be called as a broken link. If it is properly navigated to some other page and you are able to download some content, so that is a properly working, that hyperlink is properly working for. So in case if you are getting file not found exception, something like that, that hyperlink we can call it as a broken link. So here the interview question is, okay, I want to know what are the broken links on a particular website. How you will write the script in automation. So that is the question people will ask. So we already know to find number of hyperlinks on a web page, we already know list of web element links is equal to driver dot find elements by tag name of A. So we can get all the links information. And after that, for integer I is equal to 0, I less than links dot size and I plus plus. Okay, and after that I'm creating a web element object reference. Web element is equal to links dot get off 0. That means first web element, first hyperlink on the web page. Links dot get off 1, so second hyperlink. Links dot get off 2, so that means third hyperlink. So when the index is 0, I can, so my web element will be pointed to first hyperlink. So element dot get attribute of href. So every hyperlink, if you'll see something on this web page, right click and click on inspect. Every hyperlink contains some href value, selenium sudhakar.html. Okay, suppose if I will click here, so here switch frame by web element, so it is navigated to this web page. So babasri.com frames dot, so this is the hyperlink value. So to get this element dot get, href is equal to complete export, complete see here, this is the, it's navigating to particular html. Element dot get attribute means the complete url href value. So href means this is the href value, so we can get it. So the complete url value, it will be returned here. Okay, and after that, so web element and element dot get attribute of href means the complete url value, it will be returned into a string object. And I have to evaluate this particular url is working or not. Okay, I have to evaluate this particular url is working or not. So verify link is a method I have written in bottom. So after executing this verify link, the url will be validated, it's a valid link or invalid link. Similarly, if it is second hyperlink, element dot get off 1, so element dot get attribute of second hyperlink value, it will come, and I can verify the link is properly working fine or not. So the second hyperlink will be evaluated. And third hyperlink, when it is I is equal to 2, links dot get off 2, so third hyperlink will be evaluated, and that third hyperlink url value, it will be returned into, stored into this variable. And so like that, I'm verifying every url is properly working fine or not. So now let's see what is the code has been written to evaluate this url is properly working fine or not. Okay, to check particular url is properly working fine or not, so in Java, we have 3 supporting methods. These are not from Selenium. Okay, so java.util.http URL connection, java.net.url connection. This is out of Selenium. Okay, particularly because this is out of Selenium, so particularly interview people are asking because of this reason only. So what are the supporting class files? We have to import http URL connection and URL, and these are the supporting class files I have to import. By using these 2 supporting class files, I can validate whether particular URL is valid one or not. How can I validate? Let's go to this logic. So I imported that URL class. URL link is equal to new URL of the whatever URL link it is coming from here to here. So that URL, so I'm creating an object, link object. Okay, for this URL class, I'm creating an object, and http connection is equal to, so all these predefined lines of code I have written. Okay, and after that, http get response code is equal to 200 means that link is properly working fine. If http get response code is equal to 404 means that hyperlink, we can say it's a broken link. So if the hyperlink is properly working fine, that particular response code, it will be returned as 200. If the particular hyperlink is response code is belongs to 404, we can say that hyperlink is a broken link. So let me run my program. So like that, I'm checking the I'm checking the response code of every URL. Is it 200 or 404? Okay, so internally the http connection object I have created, and I'm checking http connection response code for that particular URL. So for every URL, the response code, it will be returned either 200 or 404. Okay, so if it is returning 404, so the console message will be printed. Okay, let me run this program. So it is navigating to particular URL. So what is the URL? So I want to verify the broken links in this website. Okay, in all contacts.html web page. So once I navigate to, sorry, I think some other program is executing. Broken links. So I navigated to this website and all my code has been executed. My program execution was completed. Let's check in the console part. So this is the URL Selenium Sudhakar.html not found. So means, so this is the response code. It was written as 404. So this is the hyperlink. It is not properly working for. So that is what it is printed in the console. So this is the URL was, it was not found, and it is showing this one. Okay. So like this. So it was not found. So that is the URL message it is showing. So here the important points are, we have to import the HTTP URL connection. These are the Java supporting class files we have to import. And for every URL, the response code, get response code, we are verifying. So to get the to create the HTTP connection, we are writing these 4 steps. And HTTP connection dot get response code equal to 200 or 400. If it is 400, it is printing in the console, so that I can come to know which of the hyperlink is broken link. Okay. So that's it on the summary. So just this program is for just for interview purpose only, not for labs. Okay. Because this is out of Selenium topic. So these supporting class files we have to import, and we have to evaluate every URL link. So like this. Okay.
Sir, here get response value will be there for broken link is 404 only, or any other
404
values
only.
as well?
404 only. For general ga
Okay.
404 అనే వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? అంటే ఒక హైపర్ లింక్ వర్క్ కావట్లేదు అంటే దాని మీనింగ్, for every hyperlink, the response code, if it is successfully data is retrieving, the response code will be 200. If it is not successfully retrieved from the resource, so the response code will be 404.
Okay.
So 39 completed, keyword driven completed, smart search చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా already. So broken links completed, and we have left with 36 and 38 topics. 36 and 38 topic will be discussed on Monday class. Okay. And 40 topic we have completed. Okay. Now we have left with method overloading and method overriding. These are the topics from core Java. Okay. But how we are going to use these core Java topics in our Selenium? Okay. So we have to know what is mean by method overloading. Okay. So I will ask you one question. Can anybody tell? Can I write the same method multiple times in a TestNG class? Right, sir? I would.
But different name you can write, sir.
Okay, let me do. I'm creating a TestNG class, test 67, and I'm finishing. Okay, can I write the same method name multiple times within the same class? Okay, public void search employee method throws exception. So can I write the same method name multiple times? One more time also. Right, sir? I go to that.
With the same name, you can't write, sir.
Sir, can I write or not?
No, sir, normally.
We cannot write. Okay,
Yes,
we
sir.
cannot write. Okay, but the concept of method overloading is we can write. We can write same method name multiple times. Okay, when we will write? Okay, string employee number I'm writing. Okay, here I am writing string employee number comma string ename. When the arguments are different, then you can write. Okay, and string employee number employee status is might be permanent or full time or whatever. So this concept is known as method overloading. Okay, a same method we can write multiple times within the same class is known as method overloading. Okay, this concept we can also call, so what are the, this concept we can call it as a method overloading. Method overloading. So in Java terminology, the same topic we can call it as a, so in the interview people will ask you this question in different ways. So polymorphism, do you know about polymorphism? Polymorphism means a same method, writing of a same method name multiple times. Okay, so right. So in polymorphism there are two types are there. One is compile time polymorphism,
Runtime.
and second one is runtime polymorphism. So just now whatever concept I told, that concept we can call it as a compile time polymorphism. Okay, a same method name we can write multiple times within the same class is known as method overloading. Okay, and we can also call it as a compile time polymorphism. Okay, now let's go to the background about polymorphism. Okay, poly means multiple time. Poly, poly means multiple times. Okay, okay, multiple times we are writing. Okay, sir, where we can use this concept in our Selenium programs? Okay, let's go to that point. So let me open my Excel sheet. TC01 nationality 12.excel sheet. So during my first iteration, my employee ID is 0007 and full-time probation. Okay, let's go back to here. So employee number is 0007 and employee status is full-time probation. Okay, so employee ID and employee status. Okay, now let's go to here. Okay, and okay, and here I'm printing my employee ID and employee status that I'm retrieved successfully or not, and I'm printing on the console. Okay, once these values are fetching, so I'm printing these values. Okay, I'm able to print, I'm able to view those details, and I'm checking employee ID dot length. Is it is a 3-digit number or it is a 4-digit number? I'm checking. Okay, so here if it is length is equal to 0 means, that means I haven't provided any of the input. Suppose if it is giving some value, length is equal to, if it is giving 4 means, so some employee number record has been entered by user. Okay, greater than 0. So if my length greater than 0, that means the employee ID input has been given in the Excel. Okay, then I want to call my method name as search employee ID comma employee status. Okay, in case my employee length is less than 0, okay, means I haven't given any of the employee. So the length of the 0, if it is less than 0, okay, so I want to call search employee status method. So which means I haven't given any of the input. So it will go to, by default, I want to call this method. Okay, and if the employee ID has been given, I want to invoke this method. So during my first iteration, which method will be executed? This one. During my second iteration, my program employee ID length will be 0. Okay, so less than 0, it will go to else block and this method will be executed. So after means I'm checking the list of employees based on my employee status. That means, and after that, what will happen here? It will go to 1 second. So here in the PIM employees list, okay, if I will give employee ID, it will give 0007 and full-time probation employee. So this combination, it will be retrieved specific record. Suppose if I won't give this one, second case, it will give list of employees list like this. Okay, so like that my logic is working here. Okay, after that, whatever methods I want to call, I can call those methods here. Okay, so based on my condition, Based on my length of my employee ID, I'm calling the required methods. So sometimes you need to write a logics. I want to call this specific method. I want to call this specific method only. Based on the input data, you are calling the required method names. After that, you are navigating, you are editing the profile employee details of that particular employee. And here, the logic you want to write something, some more other methods you want to check it. You can call the required methods. So like that, your functional flows and technical flows, you can able to write it. Okay. So this concept, so based on your input data, corresponding methods we are invoking. Okay. So this concept we are calling as a method overloading. Okay. Let me run my program. So all the set of driver instructions, it is going to be executed. So login. After that, it will go to PAM and employees list. Now, during my first iteration, it has to enter full-time probation and employee ID 0007, and the first record was fetched as per my data provider. So if I will write some more other methods, it will click on the 0007 and it will continue. So as per my data provider, my first iteration completed, and my second iteration was started. So it's going to PAM employees list, and it is going to select full-time probation, and it will click on search. It's done, right? Already. Yeah, full-time probation search only, it's retrieved. So like this, we can able to implement method overloading concepts. Okay. So can we write the same method name multiple times within the class?